You everyone, welcome back to Not in My Lifetime channel. Just me of tonight. Bevo's all right. Just having a bit of a chill one at the moment. He's just a bit knackered. A lot going on in personal life and that. But he's all good. He'll be back soon for another show. I think hopefully this week or something next week. So we'll get a chance. But hope we're all doing good. Feeling good after yesterday's result, beating Newcastle 2-0. Feeling good. That we've got a great player in Semenyo as well, which obviously we'll obviously get into a bit and talk more. I said I was to chat quickly. Big up DC. Yes, Bella's all right. He probably didn't chat anyway. Probably at some point anyway. You can sort of have a chat in a little bit. But yeah, he's doing all right. Just I'm sure people I know obviously single dads and nervous. It isn't always easy to sort of get time. And also I know it's been a while since the last stream, so probably good to sort of just have a quick chat and all that. Big up, Nick, mate. I've been doing good. Mate. It was a good game yesterday. I'm sure if you got as well. It was in the way end. Especially as well going Newcastle again. Was it a matter of a week as well when to get a big result as well. I mean, 2 goals, a 2-0 win at St James Park was never easy at all. So for us to sort of get that result was massive. So I'm sure it was a great atmosphere in the way end. I did hear the fans quite a bit on TV. A big up Steve, mate. Big up Blue Arm on mate. Yeah, banger song. One for the fun. Yeah, but, well, nothing's done yet. Nothing is done yet. Obviously, I know really we should win the game at the time from here anyway. But I just, if with football, it's a very funny old game. Football, like 1 minute you're doing well, and the next minute, boom, it's all changed. But I think we'll be alright in the second leg. I'm sure we'll be. Yeah, big up Steve, mate. A good first goal, second leg finish. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. I think one goal in the first in the second leg, and that should be it. Really, I mean, obviously until then, obviously it's still open game. But I just feel, at the moment, like get the first goal. You said, Nick. It should be very simple after that. Yeah, Luke, Wayne was great. But, oh, mate, it must have been, mate. That goal was incredible. I mean, eight Nori came on for about 2 or 3 minutes towards the end of the game, obviously playing for Algeria in the AFCON. And that little sort of bit of play between him, Semenyo, and Shirky was unbelievable. That's probably, I think, to that, all 3 goals, and yeah, I'm counting the second goal. I know it's offside, whatever, but it's just the way they got around that decision, by the way, is terrible. I could not believe what I was seeing. 7 minutes, pretty much, over a bloody, small little decision, mate. Is this what we're doing? I thought VAR meant to sort of stop these these bad calls in these kind of games, not just 7 minutes just waiting around for a offside call for a goal that I don't know about anyway. It's just ridiculous, honestly. I was one of supporters of VAR. I thought VAR was a good thing, but just the way they handled it yesterday was disgraceful. It was terrible. So great performance yesterday. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I'll go through them in a little bit as well. We'll go through the team and sort of have a bit of a discussion about it as well. Because I think for me, Max Elaine, we'll start with him to begin with, right? I know obviously it's still 3 games. Obviously, you can't sort of overdo it and say all these big things about him, obviously, because it's way too early, obviously, in a City career. But the way he's sort of come into a team with injuries, injury crisis in defence, I mean, obviously, and Niki Giara as well yesterday. He's come in, also Husanov, in a makeshift back line that has kept a clean sheet at St James Park and has played really well doing it. Him and Husanov yesterday were brilliant. Both young, both obviously experienced, both not obviously where they need to be or at the level of experience yet. Well, I'll be at a high level yet, but they came in yesterday and did a great job and deserve all the praise that they're getting, because I just think when you consider the fact that we have no Diaz, the Oscar's up for season. Obviously, Stones is nowhere to be seen. Aki's obviously playing with a strapping on his leg. We've got injuries galore, and we're playing a young CFA lad. Big up to him, obviously, on his first few games for the club in the first team. And Husanov, obviously, who's been obviously in and out of squad, obviously season for injury as well. It is impressive how well we performed. Big credit to Trafford. Yeah, Trafford as well. James Trafford yesterday was brilliant. I mean, I don't like the player FC get Donnarumma out the team, chat a lot was seeing, but at the end of the day, right? Oh, Arsenal scored over there. Yeah, they scored. I'm watching the game, by the way. Arsenal. I think. Let's be honest here. It's probably going to be Arsenal in the final if we get there. I said it anyway to start, but anyway, it's going to be a really scrappy, awful game as well. That game, so that'll be a fun final, I'm sure. But no, Trafford, Husnov, Alay, O'Reilly were all brilliant. I mean, O'Reilly came into into midfield at a tough position, and the way he fought Jolinton as well. It was a proper bully, and and just a real shit house. But he went in O'Reilly and really proved himself and really showed how effective he is. And I just think that the the level that guy's got to this season, and the way that he's performing, the way that he's improving each game, left back, midfield, wherever he's playing, it does a lot of praise. It really does, and big up to him as well. I'm absolutely big up to him. Now, bear with me. I'm just going to bring the lap quickly, and we'll go through it. Share screen, window. There we are. Right, so. Oh, Varcourt. Sorry, no. Right, so obviously, he's with the team yesterday. Trafford, Nunez, Hussanov, Elaine, Ake, O'Reilly, Semenyo, Foden, Bernardo Silva, Doku, and Haaland. Now, for me, that was the right team for me. I mean, I know people obviously argued no DM is not ideal, but I think when you consider the fact that obviously Rodri obviously not being back from injury yet. Well, no, he's back from injury, obviously, but he's obviously not fully fit yet to be playing week in, week out yet. But obviously, he's getting there. Obviously, Nico G injured again, which is frustrating as hell, but it is what it is. He played O'Reilly at DM, and he did a very, very good job. I think him and Nunez obviously were the players that were sort of floating in and out of there, but I've got credit where it's due to O'Reilly, right? To go into a battle with Bruno Guimaraes and Jolinton, to go in there into that kind of war zone and sort of put yourself about and really go for it. Like, fair play to him, man. And it just shows that a level of maturity that he's getting to this season, and he deserves all the praise. All didn't even call up say that obviously I probably get the season as well. Just fantastic. But there's one player that I want to give. Is that DC? Is that DC? Who's over Lane Trafford? Trafford was outstanding yesterday. He was brilliant. And I think, and trust me, in a bit we'll get into it because I know we haven't done a stream or a video on him yet. But I've done a little reaction. But this is my proper take on him. What a signing that he will be. Honestly, what a signing he's going to be. But there's one player that I want to give praise to is Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva has been exceptional. Like, especially yesterday. I know the criticism around Manoda, always Pep's favourite, all this and that, but the reality is he's playing pretty much every game at this point, and he's putting the effort and the work rate of a captain of the club. Like, there's one thing that I can't ever criticize Bernardo for is effort and desire. That guy gives all for the club. He really does give a shit. And he really understands what it means to be a City player. And yesterday he was everywhere. Obviously got the assist-ish. I know it was like obviously went off him first Semenyo goal, but the way that he was getting everywhere, and obviously going forward defensively, just everywhere, he really sort of proved himself and showed how effective he is in his kind of games. Like no DM. Obviously, Rodri came on obviously about an hour in, but when you haven't got all the players that you need, and you sort of went around there and gave his absolute all in that game. Incredible, exactly, Steve. He is king of shouts. Right? I mean, that tweet about it, someone said, "Oh, I can't wait until his deal runs out." I mean, man, look, if he is to go, then I wish him all the best. If he is to go, like, at the end of the day, right? Like Martin says, obviously a Mancunian way. No player is bigger than the club. And obviously, if he is to go this summer, I wish him all the best wherever he does go. But if he is to stay, I'm actually all for it. I know people are like, I'll be able to play every game still. Well, if he's still good enough and still effective enough, then of course I keep playing him. Because also, I to the point of not playing him. Just thought, just bench him because he's not the flavour of the month. Like, don't be wrong, right? I think in the long term, he won't be the player here forever. I'm sure. I imagine if there's ever a time he'll go, it'll be either this year or next year, probably. I can't see it being him being here forever. But the fact that he's still incredibly well, he's doing incredibly well, is by playing so many games, obviously, and without many injuries at all, is incredible. Bernardo hates disappointing. He does it in glamorous donkey way. Exactly, DC. This is what he does. Like he does this so effectively, better than any other player in the squad. Like obviously, there's Rodri, but Rodri doesn't. Rodri's more like the more defensive, but all better all round kind of player. But honestly, was more that attack dog that sort of runs around the pitch, chasing after every single ball he possibly can. But that's the kind of player that you need in a team like this because it's really sort of in these big moments and big games, he steps up when it matters most. I just think it's important to have a player like that in the squad. If he plays arse off, oh, absolutely, oh, he did, yeah, he was incredible, absolutely incredible. But we'll go on to look, we'll discuss Foden Haaland quickly now. Look, Foden wasn't great yesterday. He wasn't at all. Do I think? Am I saying he's a bad player? No. I think everyone can sort of say you can say Foden's playing poorly and still obviously call him a good player. Still, I think at the end of the day, Foden just isn't at the level right now. Will he be at some point? Of course he will. But but he's obviously going through a bad run of form. Obviously, look at him; he's not obviously quite there himself in terms of fitness, maybe. But I think it's why it's important to have someone like Ryan Cherky in the squad because if he's not, if Foden isn't doing it, bring on Cherky or already obviously you got someone they're ready to go to give it their all. But yeah, I thought yesterday wasn't good at all. Yesterday, it's a shame. I wouldn't say he was like effort wise was bad, but just quality wise, just wasn't there. Just he just wasn't the Phil Foden that we all know of us. I think since the West Ham game and now it's in December, he's been a little bit off it recently. But hopefully he finds his form soon. But hopefully on Saturday against United, hopefully he can get his form back. We need more players. We absolutely do, Steve. Yeah, I agree. I think O'Reilly's a player that I probably get there. I wouldn't say obviously he's there yet. I think he's obviously he's got a long way to go. But I just feel like Husanov, Nunez, like even the players like O'Reilly and that just have that level of shouter that you need in the squad. I think also and obviously Diaz and Rodri as well. Obviously are bigger than that as well. But I just think it's just players like that who have the ability to sort of do the shouting and do the dark arts when it's the right time. It is important. I think Foden's doing okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's been like shockingly poor. I've seen Phil play way worse than this. Obviously, I'm not saying he's been poor, mate, but I think for where his level's been this season, especially earlier on in the season, he obviously is at his best moment. But hopefully, he can find the goals and assists hopefully soon. That's the hope anyway. Steve Bernardo deciding the derby and that's how man he could be his last match. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's the thing. And we'll get into that game in a little bit as well. Obviously, I'll discuss that more in depth because that is going to be interesting. I know. Look, Carrick, first of all, obviously, and that whole mess at United right now is hilarious to watch, but it's still a derby, and doesn't matter how crap they are, it's still a game they can win somehow. It can happen, remember that mad game at Old Trafford? Was it when Rashford was all found as his ghost? Was it like offside goal? Whatever it was, that was mad that game. But yeah, like in football, anything can happen. So it has to be taken seriously, that game for sure. But let's get on to the positives even more. I want to talk about Semenyo. What a signing he's been so far. I know it's very easy to say what a signing after 2 games. And to be fair, he's been in both games he played, he's been brilliant. Goal and assist the first game. Should be 2 goals obviously yesterday's game, but it is what it is. Bullshit happens. Obviously, referees are shit, as we all know. But the reality is the guy is showing exactly why I bought him in the first place. Goals, getting in the box, sort of getting in like a prime Sterling was for us, obviously, a lot of years ago. Coming in now, obviously, back post, obviously, getting in there. It's what we've lacked massively. Yeah, we've lacked that kind of player who can sort of make that run, back post, and sort of for a tap in. That's what we need. So, I think if we can get players like Doku and Savio and Bob, Bob obviously if he's still here, Bob obviously at the end of the window, but if we can get these guys playing the same sort of way, then we've got good wingers there that I can do the job. But again, it's just with Semenyo and Doku on the wings yesterday, it showed exactly what we need in this title race, obviously, anyway, and in these kind of games, effectiveness, pace, power, crossing ability, finishing. It's what we've been missing all season really. I mean, Doku's done it really, really well. Obviously, goals wise, not anywhere near the goals that he should be getting really for a winger, but assist wise, definitely for sure. And Semenyo, I mean, yeah, exactly, DC. He's been, he was looking straight away. He joined? Was it Thursday? Was it last Thursday? So it's been almost a week now. 2 goals and assists so far in 2 games. Pretty good work, that. Oh no, of course not. I'm not asking for tens every game, Steve. I'm just, I'm just saying that I think for where his usual levels are in terms of being in the game, he's probably not quite there yet. But again, I know, he'll come good. I know he will. Also, like Pep making him captain was a leaving gift. I mean, possibly. Look, if he is to go, he is to go. It is what I mean. Not every player can stay forever. I mean, was it? He's been in what? Is it 10 years? Was it 10, 11 years? Sorry, it's 9 years this year, and it's 10 years next year. If he's so longer, but almost a decade here. He's been here, so it's incredible. How long he's been here for. He's been an unbelievable player for us, and it's going to be a sad day when he does go because he's one of the best players that I've seen play for the club. In terms of technical, in terms of ability, of work rate, of playing anywhere across the pitch, he's been brilliant for us. One of the unsung heroes of the Pep era for sure. Juventus apparently want him. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, Juventus are a weird one, but I don't know. Like, is it apart from like Yildiz and that certain players like that, just not looking sort of the same really. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see on that one with Juve. We'll see what happens. Semenyo got like right away. Confidence needs to breed confidence. It absolutely does. Yeah, for sure. It does breed confidence. Absolutely does. I just think hopefully with obviously after those 3 draws we got obviously earlier on this calendar year, 1 10-1 win obviously and 1 big win obviously at Newcastle. Hopefully that I'll give us the right boost that we need going into obviously a tough game on Saturday. Tough game in regards to where we're going. Obviously, I'm not saying the team we're getting is tough, but it's still a derby at the end of the day. But you're right, Steve. Confidence does be confident because it gives you that ability to sort of just go for it and see what happens, and that's what we need right now. When Mamouche returns, it'll be great. Oh yeah, for me, like he's one player that I think that we need right now. I think Haaland looks knackered. He's played a lot of games, obviously a lot of games week in, week out. It just looks like he's just really like playing not 100% right now. Get Omar back in this team, then I think we've got another option to use Obviously, it gets hard on the break, obviously, but especially is it a bit of glimpse next week in Wolves after United, so chance to give Haaland a bit of a rest as well. So yeah, it's probably the right time as well to get Omar back for sure. Big up, Formidable, mate. Hope you're doing good. Evening. Hope you're doing good, my friend. But yeah, no, honestly, Semenyo yesterday, brilliant. Great goal. I mean, the second goal, again, was exceptional finish. But, of course, VAR had to have its wicked way. And, absolutely rob us of a great goal. But, thankfully, Ryan Jack came on, obviously, and scored an unbelievable goal, obviously, as well the end of the game. Now, I'll ask you guys in the chat anyway. I mean, is it tie over? Now, because I'm not being arrogant, I'm not saying that that we're unbeatable and that, and the best, and no one can get and no one can get us. But I just feel now where we're at and where the team is at the moment, I just feel like that should be it. You know what I mean? So hopefully, I mean, for me personally, I think we're through. But again, I know how football works, man. It isn't always a guaranteed, it isn't always a guarantee, is it? In regards to when things go. But I think because we're at home, I mean, because we've got the home advantage as well, and that 2-goal lead, it gives us a nice cushion as well. So I think for me we're through. But again, obviously, nothing is over until the end of the game. Arsenal's offside. I didn't check it. Well, typical. Yeah, to be fair, I'm watching the game right now. I did actually see, but I don't know whether or not I don't know whether or not it was like an offside or not, but I don't know. It's I mean, look, it's Arsenal, isn't it? It's Arsenal and decision making, isn't it? It's one of the things that's quite a common occurrence, but it's what it is. I mean, look, either way, I think Arsenal go through anyway. I think Arsenal go through anyway to the final. It's going to be a very interesting final for sure. If it as we say, Arsenal for sure. Haaland's doing okay. He's just going to but yeah, no, yeah. Like I said about Foden, like he's not they're not playing terrible. I'm not saying that they're stinking it up and that should be dropped. But I think what it is that they're both not, you know, at the levels they were at the start of the year. But of course, that's natural. Like you aren't going to be playing at that level consistently, constantly throughout the season. At some point, we drops here and there. But it'd be good to have Omar back in the team to obviously offer a little bit of support and that, a little bit of time to sort of allow him to sort of get back fit again. So hopefully we see Haaland obviously get a bit of rest and get back to where he was again. Big up Blue Armon, mate. Big up, man. Be doing good, my friend. One more, it's done. One more, yeah. I'd say one more. I think it's never it's never obviously until it's over. So you obviously can't sit here and say obviously it's guaranteed to be easy for us to win that. But I just think it's as long as we sort of take the game seriously, get the lead. They're going for it. No, that's what I say. I was gonna say, yeah. I was gonna. I watched. I looked at it. Right. It looked fine to me. Like I mean, I get Arsenal corners. Name a better partnership. Arsenal corners. But yeah, I don't know. It was obvious way of scoring. Of course, Ben White as well, of all players to score as well. So Preston Cherky now Lane. Yeah, mate, Ryan Cherky, man. With Cherky, I mean that's not a surprise really. He's doing really well, but Elaine, incredible. I think Elaine's come into again. I said earlier on, an injury-ravaged City team. A defender's obviously not being obviously back fit and that, coming into a difficult team and sort of really sort of proving himself and showing how good he can really be. I'm really pleased for him. I'm really pleased with how effective he's been. Honestly, in terms of again, obviously, it's not like won't be more tests to come from. Of course not, but it's nice to have a player like him in the squad who can just sort of give it their role and offer something different to what we have already. So, yeah, it's definitely a nice sort of change for sure. But yeah, no, honestly, in regards to yesterday, I think it was exactly what it needed to be for us. I said before the game 0-0. I said that because I think 0-0 would have been ideal for just getting out there with zero conceded, obviously, but obviously a goal went on as well. But the fact that we actually got 2 goals in the game and won the game at their place, that's a massive boost for us. So in the final, hopefully we're in the final. I mean, again, I'm not going to sort of assume we're in there yet. I think again, like people said, big 1 goal and I should be alright. I think for us to go through. But yeah, I think it's hard to really talk about a final when you aren't there yet. Like it's very easy to sort of get carried away and think that you're already there. But with football and how things go, you need to make sure that you at least get over the line before sort of start chatting about football. About finals and that. Like make sure you actually get there first, if you know what I mean. But so far though, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I'm looking forward to seeing more on Saturday. Elaine looks like a big miles better and promising as it's Pusey and Eric Garcia. I mean, Simpson Pusey for me, like I watched him at Brighton last season. I was there at that game, and he looked like a decent player, but I always felt like he was, thrown at the deep end at the wrong time. Where obviously the whole squad obviously was lacking confidence. Obviously, we went at the races, we went at it at all. I think it sort of didn't help him either at all. I think it'd be nice to have seen him to have seen where he would have been this season in the squad, but it is what it is. I wish him all the best, obviously in Cologne. Hopefully he does well, but it's one of those things. I think. Eric Garcia, Eric Garcia, he was fine. I think Eric Garcia was had potential, but I don't think City was the club sort of for him to realise that. Obviously, at Barcelona, he's on a right. Obviously, and obviously, no one is it Girona on loan as well. So he's done all right for his career, but I don't know. I feel like Elaine is probably gonna be a player that's gonna be better than both of them for sure. Better team than the other of those. Yeah, for me, right. I mean, I'll ask you guys. Been watching this game so far. Do Arsenal scare me at all? No, they don't. Like even if they're first team, right? With Arsenal, it's simply just don't make any mistakes. Just don't be stupid at the back. Don't overdo it. Just make sure that you take your chances when you get them. Arsenal is this team that's scary and scintillating and all these bloody adjectives that we get given by all the YouTubers and that. For me, they're a good team. I would say I've got quality and they can beat teams on their day. But like I said before, like it's all about trophies and that, actually proving yourselves at the highest level. I just don't know what. And this is where I've got to show that they can do it. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, oh, Pedro on goal here, pass. I watched this. I watched this game. Obviously, well, shout out to you guys. Like Chelsea, just was it no Palmer and now is it no? Over as well. Sorry, he's playing actually. Oh, it's for on goal. That was shit. Chelsea just look like a team that that have got players that can do damage to Arsenal, but it's whether or not they can actually do it or not. That's a real question. But yeah, no, I mean, regarding obviously recent form, obviously as well. I mean, especially with City, I just think we're at a good point now. Where I know we obviously we've got players out still. I think if I have a quick look at the actual current injury list at the moment for the United game. Also, you new guys, leave a like on the stream if you're new, and subscribe as well if you're new as well. Obviously, we're roughly around 1.3k. It's up and down right now on YouTube at the moment, but I think I'll stay with that. I know it's not saying that right now, but I'm sure we'll get there. Next couple of days and over the line at some point. But I do appreciate all the support that you guys have given us recently. Massively appreciate it all as always. But let's see where the game is. Hold on, people. So injuries wise, so it's going to be on Saturday, isn't it? Let's have a look. Right, injury. Okay, here we go. Right. So, I remember Bavino. Yeah, well, yeah. I'll tell him that. But yeah, if you want to remember where he is, he's just having a bit of a break at the moment from stuff. At the moment, he's got a bit of a couple of bit of a hard couple of days, but he'll be back hopefully the next few days or not, or so. But yeah, he'll back soon. Look at the injuries, obviously for Saturday. Now, obviously, Marmoush obviously is out now. Obviously, Egypt's out of the AFCON, but technically they've still got to play a third place playoff, which is stupid. But there we go. So I imagine he'll probably play that game. Probably he'll be on the bench for that one. So hopefully, he's back hopefully for Glimt and Wolves. So obviously Savio's out to 10th of February. I mean, look, I know people will say, don't miss him, and that's your opinion, but I do think it's good to have a player like him in the squad, as an option on the bench. But obviously he's not out. Obviously he's out until the next month. John Stones. I mean, apparently he's back into the month, but But would you know that really at the moment with sort of Pep's comments now? John Stones, man. Like again, it's such a shame how his City career is sort of ending. I know obviously he hasn't technically obviously left the club yet, but I can't see him signing a new deal. I think this will be the last few months I will see of John Stones. I just can't see it. I can't see a way back at this point. I think injuries keep piling up. There's no end in sight for it. There's no. I mean, not even an update on when he returns. I know it says end of January, but for all we know, it could be out even longer than that. So yeah, it's a real shame that. Obviously, Vardion's out for the season, pretty much at this point. Diaz obviously is back this month as well, which is good. Hopefully, we're back for Liverpool, but we'll see what happens on that one. Kovacic's back as well for February, which is going to be a huge, by the way. It's going to be a huge player to bring back as well. I think Kova, Diaz, and Semenyo and Marmoush will be big players to bring back into the squad at the right time. So, look, I mean, Oscar Bob, I mean, we'll see where he is obviously after the window. I imagine because of the injury, he probably won't leave. But yeah, I just feel like for me, out of that in the injury list, I think Stones I doubt we'll see much of now this season. Maybe a couple of games here and there, probably because the injuries here and there. Mamouche obviously back soon as well, but I mean, obviously Oscar's out for the season now. It's a shame, but yeah. Apart from that, it's not obviously the end of the world. I mean, Nico G obviously isn't on there yet, but I imagine that's probably because obviously, is it an incredible knock? That's what Pep said, but yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one right now with Nico G. All best of Bevo, yeah. Big up Bevo as always. Big up best mate. Just kidding. Yeah, well, yeah, no worries, mate. All good. Stones, yeah, I know DC. Stones alive. I don't know, mate. Apparently he is. Well, obviously he's back at the end of the month, but we'll see what happens. He deserves a gorgeous send off. You know, but yeah, no, I agree on that. I think both of them have been exceptional players for us. I think both of them have sort of come in at different times and that, but been a massive sort of presence, obviously, in this team in the 4 in a row, obviously, era, obviously, of the club. Obviously, Ake, especially, was it winning 4 leagues in a row, Champions League treble on that. Obviously, Stones was the same as well, but was a lot earlier as well. I just feel like it's a real shame that both players are sort of ending their career obviously with injury laden campaigns, but sadly you can't pick and choose on your how your fitness will be. But yeah, it is a real shame that sort of both of them are sort of struggling by quantities too many. Yeah, possibly. I mean, I think John's been exceptional, but I do think he probably should have gone in the summer. But it is what it is. I mean, players like Elaine, Vitor Hayes, Husanov, now I think these guys, are ready to sort of be those the backup players now. To Diaz and Vardiel now. I just think like this defense now is moving into a new era now. Post Walker, post Stones, post Ake. We're in a completely different era now, a different sort of team setup now. I think it's time for us to sort of move on in the summer and sort of prepare the next generation, if anything. Now, obviously, for United, obviously they're about the lit and whatever, but yeah, it is what it is. Obviously, for them, I'm not too too fussed obviously on who they play. Really, I'm sure it'd be different players here and there. Is it Bumo? But I mean, what is it? Is it Bumo? I mean, back as well as Diallo, but I don't know whether they'll play from the start or not. But yeah, I mean, who would I mean? There's a squad builder on here. Look, I'm not sure if it is or not. Better people. I'll see if a squad builder's on here. Oh, come on. Squad builder. Have a look. So, right, there we are. So, this is obviously the squad that Tottenham think. Now, I think it'll be a lot different. I mean, the back line probably does stay the same. I mean, again, I know obviously Diaz obviously isn't back until obviously the next month, and Stones obviously is unknown. So I imagine that's probably what it's going to probably be in terms of the back line. Maybe O'Reilly plays instead of Ake. Maybe you play at Lane, but it depends if Pep actually trusts these two in a derby. Like again, because this is going to be a very high intensity game because again a derby is very high intense. It's not easy to sort of deal with, not easy to sort of with managing that. So be interesting to see what he goes with on that for this one. Now, I personally think he'll start Rodri from the start on Saturday. I think Ronnie will put left back for Ake. I think what's it on? I think Bernardo Silva will put Semenyo there, and I'll put Bernardo Silva there. I'll probably play a very similar team to yesterday. If anything, I think playing this sort of team again. I think, but I mean, for me, maybe Shirky instead of Foden. What it means to be a Incredible Knock sounds like it. Yeah, possibly. I mean, I did think like Incredible Knock sounds like he's absolutely bashed and not battered, but obviously it is what it is. I I imagine he's probably be back soon, but I wouldn't rush him back or anything. I don't want to be rushing back players again. Unless obviously we have to, but if we don't have to, then obviously just try and rest up. The Gahey saga, yeah. Well, the Gahey saga, bloody, I'm bored of it already. Honestly, right, I haven't covered it at all really on the videos or in the streams, but I just don't really think Gahey's personally. I can't see it happening. I know technically there's like news of saying we've interested in this possibly in that and all this kind of like if buts and maybes, but I don't see it happening. I just don't see a Gahey deal happening. I just feel like there's just something for me is like it's telling me he'll stay at Palace for the rest of the season and end up obviously going on to Arsenal, Liverpool on a free in the summer. I just feel like we're at a point where with him, like if this was going to happen, I think I'll be done by now. or at least on its way to being done. I just feel like it's just it's dragging on. It's just like at this point, right? Just get an answer from it. Is it a yes or no? If it's a no, cool, move on. If it's a yes, brilliant. But I don't want to be sat here for another week or so, pondering and wondering if it's gonna happen or not. I just don't care how much. It's gonna happen, cool, whatever. If he comes to us, then they're all for it. But it's down to him at the end of the day. And if he doesn't want to come here, then fair enough. But no, but I think for me, that's the team I've got to go with on Saturday. Haaland up front, Doku and Semenyo on the wings. I think both of them on the wings were absolutely incredible yesterday. I think both of them were brilliant. I think Ronaldo Silva played well as well. Just probably start again. Foden or Shirky, I mean, for me at the moment, it's a derby, and Foden does have to play in a derby, so I'm sort of hoping that he sort of like comes good, obviously, and sort of plays well in the derby, but I wouldn't be against playing Shirky over him in the game. It all depends on what Pep wants to do, really. So we'll see what he decides to go with. Showing Neutral syndrome. If we don't get him, main fans will get whether we need him. Doesn't sound like he wants to come. Yeah, that's what I'm at. DC. I'm not really sort of sat here too fussed for it. To be honest with you, it's like I wouldn't mind him. I would like a player like if he said like, oh, I want to come to City, then of course, yeah, absolutely love to have him in. But I don't want to be wasting our time on players who don't want to be here. Like, I'd rather just know straight away, right? You want to come or not? No, okay, cool, whatever. Move on. I don't like sort of waiting around for like weeks on end for like the same sort of news reports, day in, day out from the same sources. It's just a bit like it's just a waste of time, really. Like, for me, I think it's hard to start on Liverpool for me, not Arsenal. I think it's Liverpool. They want to go to. If it is Liverpool, and so be it. People said Gay he should look up against Huddersfield. Yeah, he wasn't great against Huddersfield. He didn't look very good at all. But I mean, past general, one good argument. To be honest, it was a very scrappy game. Yeah, no, I mean that's what goes with him on Saturday. I mean, I know obviously you want to see obviously a much more attacking team than that, but I think in terms of what of the setup right now, obviously where everyone is, I think it's probably what I would go with at the moment overall. I mean, looking at United's team. I mean, seriously. I mean, even though Wemo and Diallo back, I just don't even think it matters. I mean, look, it is a derby, and obviously new manager bounce and all that bollocks and that. But I just as long as we're not stupid in a game like Saturday, we should be fine. I can't see it. I can't see much sort of changing that for me unless obviously a massive disaster happens on Saturday, which has happened before, but I don't think it'll happen this time. Hopefully, falls out the window. Yeah, exactly. Like again, they've been poor. They've been poor. Recently, but it is a derby, and obviously, and is that new manager bounce and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how many players Ruben Diaz get back to the first team in form. Ooh. See, for me, I get what you're saying, mate. I mean, for me, Husnov LA been exceptional and deserved the praise that they're getting. Although I would say with Diaz, I think having that kind of leadership at the back is very important. I think he is someone that I would definitely say in a game like Saturday, I prefer to have him have him start than not at all. I think it's more players like Vitor Hayes and that we should see how they do. Because I think if Vitor Hayes obviously is the player that we're looking at to be the John Stones replacement after Stones goes in the summer, then I would then say about him. But for me personally, I feel like it's more on I think other players more than Diaz. I think Diaz and Vardy for me are the main two players anyway. But I wouldn't say it's his he has to sort of go back. But I mean current form, obviously, yeah, everyone was fit and to a playing, fair enough. But I think with injuries, obviously, it's fine for the moment. But I think Diaz, when obviously injury free, I imagine he'll probably start the games anyway. But big up, mate, of your comment. Yeah, I don't know. I think some. Sure, I just want to ask the chat this as well. With the current squad, and players back from injury, obviously, hopefully in next month or so. How do you feel about all competitions? So UCL, FA Cup, Premier League, Carabao. Now, I'm not doing this whole like treble talk. Like, I mean, much as that would be incredible to do that again, I really think I think the way people going about that, like it's some easy thing, is ridiculous. But I think that's the way people are sometimes. Like, you feel like you can do it anytime. But for me, no, it's a record that I think that I can't see it ever being matched. The quad would be unbelievable, but I think this current team, but hasn't got the depth for me to sort of do it. But it would be cool. It would be cool to at least try that again. You know, like, you often forget, was it last in the last few years with the treble and that, and even like some of the leagues, if it got our way in some of those games, it could very easily have been a quad. Not easy, but it could have been a quad, which is mental. But that's how like fine margins it is to win a quad in treble, because like it's all dependent on the luck you get as well. And so when you're not playing at your best, it's just it's very dependent on that really. So it would be mad to see a quad happen, but I'll say no on that for the moment until obviously it is a possibility. But yeah, I think for me with like the top four competition, I think for me in the Premier League, I'm kind of going a little bit more. I think it depends on Arsenal. If Arsenal drop points again, then we've got a very good chance of winning the league obviously this year. But I don't know. It depends obviously on Arsenal dropping points, obviously, and us obviously sort of carrying on our form and trying to sort of not try to drop points again. If anything, the Carabao Cup obviously would depend obviously on us being Newcastle, obviously Arsenal probably in the final, possibly depending on who obviously beats Chelsea or Chelsea and Arsenal. If it's Arsenal, it'll be a very scrappy game. Arteta will stink it out. He will do. I think it'll be a very scrappy, very just boring game. Like, it was a final, but I can't see it about being a mad game. To be honest with you, it'll be a very scrappy 1-0 or a 2-1, something like that. It'll be a very awful game to watch. To be honest with you, if it's Chelsea, it'll be a much more. I think much more of a competitive game, especially with the new manager Rosinha as well, sort of coming in and sort of offering something different. But yeah, I just feel like for me at the moment, it's just down to how we do, obviously, on the day, really, with the Carabao Cup. But I think the Carabao definitely is a realistic opportunity to win a trophy this year. The FA Cup, obviously, got Salford to win in the next round. I think that should be a fairly easy cake, obviously, depending on if we bottle it or not. But I think we'll be fine against Salford anyway. I think that should be a fairly easy one for us to win that one. That's pretty arrogant, but if we're being real with our current squad, we should win both games, whoever we get, really. Then after that, we have Champions League, obviously UCL, obviously Glimpse and Galatasaray, obviously in the groups. Obviously, if we win both them games, obviously then we're obviously through. But yeah, it obviously all depends, obviously, on obviously who we get in knockouts and that. Hey Martin, mate, are we doing good? Yeah, I'm all good, mate. It's just me today, obviously. Yeah, mate. Yeah, sure. I'll send you the link. Bear with me. I'll send you the link now. I'll send you it. Bear with me. There you are, mate. I sent you the link on WhatsApp, mate. Yeah, no, but it's gonna be a very interesting season for sure, because it's very open right now. I can't really sort of call the moment. Like, it's so good because it's not foregone conclusion on this year. Like last year, you felt like it was apart from the FA Cup, it was very much a conclusion how it would go. But it just feels like this year, like we've got a chance this year to actually sort of do something this year, which is quite cool. So yeah, big up Man, yeah, smashed the live people, massively appreciated. 1, 2, Semenyo, always bully. I love that. Yeah, I was a great. I had that song obviously today, and it immediately got hit straight away. I obviously heard it was Spandau Ballet, and that. So, and my mum and dad love Spandau Ballet, so they love it too. Yeah, no, it's nice to see that we got a song from him already, but he deserves it. He's been playing very well. 2 games in, obviously. It's still early days, but yeah, been playing. Yeah, he's started well. He started well. Oh, good. Yeah, but no, it's I'm actually really excited for this season. I know obviously got injuries. Yeah, it's not going to be a easy one for this season, but it never is anyway. This is a time of year where it's always interesting to see where things are and where things go and that. But I'm sure it'll be interesting to see what happens. Martin, I sent you the link on your WhatsApp, mate. By the way, so just go on WhatsApp, or if you want on Twitter, mate, let me know. But yeah, no, I'm really excited for the season. I mean, for me, like it's an open opportunity for us to sort of go and sort of and get a trophy or two if possible. I mean, again, I know obviously it's not guaranteed, obviously, but I just feel like we've got a good chance this year to sort of really push and sort of really sort of surprise everyone. So yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for this team sort of developing and improving, obviously, which we. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I mean, they're in the 50s anyway, so obviously, I was born in 2000, so I'm 26 this year. So, yeah, but no, I grew up on that. I grew up on all songs like that, really, like Gold and that. So I'm used to it. So, yeah, I've got a very old love for. Well, I like music. I like a lot of different music. I like a lot of hip hop and that kind of stuff. But I do like some of the classic stuff anyway. So, but yeah, no, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be um, I've sent the invite, by the way. I'll send them on Twitter as well, see if that sort of works. But half time in the after game, by the way, it's a 1-0 Arsenal, but it's been pretty dead apart from the goal. To be honest, it's been pretty boring. It's exactly what I thought would be, really honest, a very scrappy, boring game, but there we are. There we are. Oh, hold on. 2 minutes. No worries. 2 minutes. All good. Yeah, they won't. To be honest, Chelsea right now just look so like. This is the thing. I'm not going to blame Rafinha for this, by the way. It ain't Rafinha's fault. Chelsea just look at just a team devoid of ideas, devoid of an actual style of play. It's just different managers, obviously, for different years. It's just an absolute mess. Anyway, only gets against Prime Boss. Yeah, exactly. DC. We got Rosa. Oh yeah, Rosa. By the way, I'm not sure if you really know. I think Alf's come back to YouTube. I think end of this month. So I'm not sure when. By the way, I mean if Alf's in watching the stream, by the way, big up to him. But I think he's back end of the month. I'm not sure what day, by the way. But what I know is that he is back soon. So be good to have him back again on the streams again. I know obviously he hasn't been himself obviously last month or so, but he's doing a lot better now, people, which is good. So hopefully he'll be back on obviously on his channel, on my channel hopefully soon as well. So big up to him, man. Big up to him. No, it's just it's not. It's I mean for me, right? I people panic. I get like that. Even for me, like he must be a miserable git every now and again, obviously, and sort of be a bit negative. But it's football fans. It's what we do. Like about our team. Like, even when our team does well, but all the things that we sort of have a bit of moan about. But I'm just feeling like optimistic this year. Like, because like at the end of the day, right, we're not that finished article anyway. Even if this season was just going to be a FA Cup and that was it, I would take that because I always said this season was always going to be about just getting better than last year. If it was second, so be it, and an FA Cup, do well in the Carabao, maybe a Carabao double out of nowhere, double, unbelievable. What can happen? And possibly a Champions League. Well, Champions League is at last 16, something like, or quarters or semi-final. So it does obviously feel, it's. I do feel very positive and very optimistic about season ahead for sure. Offside for 6-7 offside. Yeah, exactly. It's double standards exactly. Well, I heard about it. I'm not sure if actually if it is true going in the box, man. I'll ask him that because that is mad. The dodgy food, leaking roofs, rats everywhere. Good luck, mate. Good luck in the hospitality section at Old Trafford. Good to them McAllister to come. But yeah, it is good to have him back, man. Again, I mean, I've had a chat with him and he's doing all right. But obviously, I get how it can be. But if you're ever struggling out there, if you ever want to do YouTube, that kind of stuff, right? Always prioritize your own mental well-being first before anything else. Like obviously, I love doing these shows with people. Obviously, be it with me and Bevo, myself, or we get Martin every now and again. for me, it's like if you're not feeling 100%, don't force yourself to do it. You know what I mean? Like it's all about yourself and getting yourself a mental being. Like for me, obviously, even now, I know it's just me for most of the stream, but it's sort of nice nice to have a chat with people. That's what I was watching the game and it's a boring game anyway, but it's nice to, it's nice to have a chat with everyone. That's what I love about streams. You know, it's nice to have a chat with everyone in the comments and that, just sort of chat about football and that, just waste a bit of time. That's nice. Exactly. Yeah. No way to finish yet. Obviously, I'm sure that a bit more players to sort of sell on, more players obviously they'll obviously come in as well. I'm sure it'll be a very interesting summer again as well to come up. I mean, transfer. Well, I'm not really too like. I mean, income is. I imagine there'll be one more incoming probably, if anything, but I can't see it being like a major end to the window for us anyway. I think that was more obviously last year and that. But yeah, no, it definitely will be a. I reckon Rebuild probably gets done in summer wrestling or the year after, possibly depending on who leaves and who goes. I've done 4 Carabao Cups, so we do the double. Yeah, I would. I'd love that. I mean, that would be an unbelievable season. Either way, either way you put it, that's an unbelievable season. A cup double and a second place would be unbelievable for us. And I know it's not, win the league in that, but when you consider where we were last season, to be able to win to win some trophies and that, and get the confidence to squad up, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I remember doing the truth now. He's yeah, I know. Oh, God, I mean, the thing is to me, right, with Amarim, I don't think he's actually a bad manager. I just think that the problem is, right, he went into a poison chalice of a club and a position, and it's just set him back massively. I just feel like whoever goes in there has a hard job to do because of the way the club's run. And I was like, yeah, money. Obviously, I'm not saying obviously the there's no excuse for it. Obviously, there's no excuse obviously for how bad he did do in that job, but I just feel like it wasn't all his fault for that. If you know what I mean, I feel like there's a lot more to it than just manager bad kind of thing. There's a lot more to it. I think. Subscribe. Yeah, big up. I've been up and down around it. I think I know we'll get there over it at some point, and we'll be over it. Just unfortunately, YouTube's like you go up by 100 by milestone, go down again, up again. It's just how it is. Eventually, we'll get over it and past it again at some point. But yeah, you went after him when he's back. Well, hopefully, yeah. Again, hopefully, I'll have a chat with him. I'm sure. I'm sure. Probably the long run, it'll probably will come back again. I'm not going to sort of say and confirm things that aren't been sort of decided yet. I'll have a chat with him. Obviously, when he's back on YouTube again. But I imagine the weekly show will return hopefully in the long run. But again, I think for me, I just want to sort of see him get back to doing YouTube again and that, and sort of get him sort of back out there again. And obviously, hopefully, he's feeling a lot better as well himself. But hopefully, Rosa, hopefully, it will happen again soon. Hopefully, might stay a lot longer than United manager. Pretty much, yeah, he was in and out, wasn't he? But well, apparently he'll be here in a bit. I've sent him the invite. I think he's just doing something at the moment. But cause I know they're doing the is it the American show later on? Obviously on. Is about 11. They're doing is it's our Blues obviously with Vader and Vader, Ed, Danny, and Cal. I think Cal was on this time. I think this time as well, but I'm not sure obviously who's confirmed to be on that show today. But I do know that was us on later on. Mourinho can't look good, and that was a best United team. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, this is what I mean. Like it's a lot more than just I mean, manager obviously definitely is an issue, but I just feel like it's more than just a manager though for me. It's a lot more than just that really. But it didn't. Obviously, it didn't help. Obviously, it wasn't great himself. Obviously, wanted to Carabao Cup and Europa League. Obviously, his first season. And after that, didn't do much else apart from that. But yeah, yeah. Well, no one could get DC. I think that club, mate. I mean, even if they beat us on Saturday, which it would be awful if they did. But let's say they did right. It won't change much. It'd be like Carrick at the wheel. Carrick at the wheel for the rest of the season, and then a new manager in the summer. Like, what a mess, man! It's funny to watch, but it's just an absolute crazy mess at United, man. Big up Adam, mate. I'll be doing good. Anthony Taylor Anthony Taylor referee. Oh, great. Having fun then. More VAR bullshit to come then. If it is Anthony Taylor referee on Saturday. Well, it's the thing. I'm actually going to be watching, right? They're doing a back to back of the Lord of the Rings at my cinema. I'm a cinema nearby, but it's extended cuts. So it's like 12 hours of watching it. And I'm actually going to that, which would be fun. So I'll miss most of the day pretty much. But is there a chance for me to watch all the Lord of the Rings films in cinema? And I never got a chance to do that. growing up. So be a lot of time on a Saturday. But hey, for me, it's getting to see 3 great films on the big screen. So yeah, I'm all for that. But yeah, so I've got a long Saturday ahead of me. Big up, Martin, mate. You good? If you can hear me, that's up me anyway. That's fine.
Right, I've got you now. Sorry, I'm trying to move you onto my Bluetooth. It's been a pain.
No worries, man. That's fine.
Technology. Hang on. Hang on. I apologise. Guys, you know me and technology, I'm an you know. Good evening, how are you?
I'm good, mate. You right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm very good. I'm a bit tired, but I'm all right.
Yeah. Well, I imagine because going Newcastle away is never. Well, I haven't been yet, but I'm sure I'll go at some point. But I do know for people that have gone a number of times that the stairs are. Well, obviously, if you went, is it a lift? You went up the lift, didn't you? So rather than the stairs, so yeah.
I went to the lift. Not doing them stairs.
I mean, no stairs, mate. Honestly, I'm self myself, mate. So I'll be screwed on that front. But yeah, no. But yesterday, I mean, for me, if you'd asked me before the game yesterday, I'd have said 0-0. I'm happy.
Yeah. Especially with that 11. But let's be honest. I was before the game. I think I said this to Tone and people in our group chat. I was right. You know what? I was starting to get a bit confident, and then I got the news Nico G was injured. Then my confidence went. Then I got told Rodri hadn't trained the day before, so now my confidence had really gone. So for like an hour and a half, I'm sat there going, "Who the heck's going to play CDM?" Then the team news dropped, and I had it all confirmed. I went, "Nope, right, we'll just get a." Well, I kept saying a point because I wasn't thinking straight at that point because I was into panic mode, thinking I've come all the way up here to watch us get spanked.
Yeah.
I was happy to take a draw, but I've got to say they were superb last night from start to finish. They were superb. I don't listen. Listen. I don't want to rant. You know I don't like to rant, Luke. I do apologise. Can I have just 30 seconds? A little rant.
Go on, mate. Carry on.
Listen, I understand people are entitled to opinions. And yes, you are. Does it mean I have to listen to your opinion or agree with it? No. Does it mean it's your opinion, it's correct? No. Does it mean you can't be challenged on your opinion? No, it doesn't. If I ever hear Pep Guardiola get out of this football club, in the way I've heard it in the last 2 weeks, over a couple of draws, I'm sorry, you're getting called out. I'm not having it anymore. Because these are the same people who were dancing all over social media last night, celebrating a 2-0 win in the semi-final. The two-facedness, the disrespect on, by the way, Nathan Aki, for example. I don't ever want to hear anyone ever have a go at that guy ever again. That guy is literally putting his World Cup on the line, no longer not for playing, but for his knee to implode.
The guy's a hero, Mars, mate. He's gone through for Wolves for his club with injuries.
And people go, get him out of my football club. Why? Because a brand spanking new toy. He can't defend, he can't jump, he can't run. He's got more, I'm going to steal a Pep's line, he has more balls than 90% of men in this world, does Nathan Acker. He's literally strapped up, needle in his knee, go, every single game. Why? Because he cares. He cares about Manchester City and the fans and everything about it. So, yeah.
No, mate, I agree. Like, I want to give a lot of respect as well to, like, I mean, for me yesterday as well, like, Nico Raya playing at DM, right? Obviously, or starting in midfield against Joe Linton. By the way, he's a real shithouse. By the way, and he dealt with him really well.
Yeah.
Honestly, and by the way, right, Bernardo Silva.
That boy became a man last night for me.
Oh, he did massively. He's brilliant last night. But mate, Bernardo Silva, by the way, what performance from yesterday? And this fan base, right? Not the real ones, Martin, but the ones that have a go at him all the time. Bernardo Silva, by the way, is a warrior. He's a fucking warrior.
Like, yeah, but Luke, what does he do?
He works his bollocks off, wins the ball back, creates opportunities, gets assists out of every now and again. The guy gives us all.
Oh, so you understand it then? I was being very facetious there. You know exactly why I use that word.
Yeah, I know what you're about.
Because if I read that line one more time, what does he do? And if I hear the line, I can run around like Bernardo. No, you can't. You can't run around for 5 seconds like Bernardo. Stop it. You can't. You'd be blowing out of your asshole if you were running around like Bernardo Silva. Don't pretend you wouldn't. And there'd only be 33 seconds on the clock. So, come on. The disrespect is just mind-boggling because they want new toys, Luke. They want new toys. Baba didn't get a new rattle at Christmas. This is the problem for some. And then when you have a go, oh, you've no standards. We're Manchester City. Where's your standards?
My standards, mate, are for the players to give 100% every game. You can't win games.
Yeah.
Football for me, right, is never guaranteed, is it? Like, it's why for me, right. Obviously, I know we've got a second leg to play. Obviously, it isn't done until it's done. For me personally, I think we're going through personally, barring a collapse. Which
I've already booked my hotel. I'm not gonna lie, I booked my hotel. I'm sorry, call me arrogant. Call me everything. I'm not saying it. I booked my hotel. I have got free cancellation just in case. So, but I got in early.
Mate, this is the thing, mate. Like even one goal, I can't see Newcastle getting 3 goals. Maybe even one at most. They're lucky. I can't see them getting any more than that. I mean, yesterday they were poor. Yesterday up front, they were poor.
Listen, it's like the people. And I think I've fallen foul to it. You know, even I jumped on Haaland's back lately. But and I do think it does. You know, for me, Haaland was the only disappointment yesterday.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But when you can tell now the lines come out. So by the way, people can now say he's tired because it's now been confirmed he's knackered. Wouldn't surprise me if he's carrying a niggle. Best news ever, by the way. Thank you so much that Egypt are out. Mamouche is coming home. We can get that done. So happy about that, by the way.
Martin, just I've got. Is it a 3rd place playoff? Is it on?
Oh, Saturday? For God's sake!
Like, are you kidding me? Why? Who cares? 3rd place playoff.
Oh no. Okay, right. He can do the 3rd. Can't he go on the injury list? Can't he say he's got a dodgy hamstring and come home? No, I know. It's Egypt and it's a prestigious comp. I know. I'm being a bit sour there. I get it. Yeah, but no. At least he's coming home next week. So,
but that's the thing. For me, he's coming back at the right time as well. I think Mamouche for me will have a big part to play. Because I think people say, "Oh, he won't play." No, he'll play. Mamouche will play because
Pep's confirmed it now. Pep's confirmed Haaland's going to get a rest, and he needs it.
Yeah, and Omar's a different kind of player as well. I think him and Semenyo and Doku and that will be good to watch there as well. So.
See, that's going to be tasty. A Doku, Semenyo, Mamouche. Because imagine those 3. I mean, I'll talk about it tonight on Stateside. But I'll tell you what, not many things. Now, Steve. What I'm about to say, Steve, do not twist. Please, Steve.
You know straight away.
Yeah, listen. Me and Steve go way back. No. Right. Not many things get my juices flowing. But a front 3 of Mamouche, Doku, and Semenyo swapping around, confusing the hell out of a defence, gets my juices flowing. DC, calm down. So, everything's good. I'm looking forward to that. You can
Yeah,
tell I'm
because
on little sleep here. I'm on very little sleep here.
yeah, no, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And the many others that were at the game, Arsenal scored again. So basically, then it's Arsenal fan then. Great, Arsenal City fan then probably. Lovely. That's going to be a crap game, by the way. Well, not for us, but I mean, Arsenal can make that the worst game ever. That final. It's going to be a
I don't
part
need
of
a
the
minute,
bus.
DC. I need a cigarette. Sorry, small
Yeah, it's
joke.
all good, mate. So,
No,
no, but
I was so happy with the overall. Um, I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, they got in for us a couple of times. I watched the game back because I always feel you need to watch the game back 2 or 3 times because when you're there, you know this. When you're at a game, you miss things that you don't see on the
yeah,
TV sometimes. And yeah, the back line was a bit more slightly open than what probably I thought it was last night. But listen, I think those young lads are doing magnificently and they deserve all the praise. Um, so yeah, I'm just so happy with it. I think Semenyo's added a different dimension to us.
absolutely. Brilliant
People
player,
have been
man.
crying out for a Mahrez Sterling sort of guy, and I think we've got it in this Antoine Semenyo. The guy's in just 2 games. You know what's impressed me the most? He's come in and he looks. He looks. You know, we've had players from. I'm going to say this in a real bad way, and I don't mean it in that way. Players that have joined from less prestige clubs. I'll put it
Yep,
that way. I won't say smaller because I don't
yep.
believe in I'm a small club, you're a big club. And they've struggled with the bright lights of the Etihad and the expectation that weighs heavy. Semenyo
Confidence.
just, yeah, he looks like Grealish, you know, even though he had a very good season. I do believe Semenyo's took this in stride. He looks like a kid on Christmas morning in that shirt. He looks like his dreams have come true. He looks so happy to be there. He looks bang on it and bang up for it. And I just think it's a great addition. I really do. I think Semenyo could be one of the most pivotal signings we've made in a long time.
I agree. Yeah,
I actually
I
believe
mean, well, yeah, because if you watch him as well, like he has an instinct as well, like in the box. So he makes that run in the box that that the other players do. He gets in there as soon as he possibly can and got a tap in for the first goal. I mean, the second goal. I mean, how was it for you in the stadium that VAR 7 minute wait?
Well, I got my book out, did a bit, had a quick read of War and Peace, did a couple of crosswords, had my lunch, and then I found out what the offside decision was.
Oh no,
I'm sorry, they've got to do better than this. And listen, I'm hearing Baz has given me stick all day. Do you know what the offside rule is? I said it's not about the offside rule. VAR's was meant to be clear and obvious. If it takes 6.5 minutes, it's not clear and obvious. How then you send the referee to I've never seen the referee been sent to the screen over an offside. Never seen that ever. So we're now re-reffing the game and it's become subjective VAR. And I'm sorry, people need to look up the word subjective in the English dictionary. You can't referee games like that. In my opinion, no. Football is fact. It's not in your opinion.
yeah,
So, yeah, I don't agree with it. And if you actually look at it closely, I'm not sure it takes a knock off Visser anyway, you know.
No, I don't really get it at all. I thought, I mean, the way that he finished that ball on the volley was brilliant. So a little back flick, I thought that was incredible, and it shows that with Semenyo, like he's not afraid to actually do that as well, like to sort of go for that kind of shot. I think it's why a game like Saturday, obviously Derby on Saturday, he's a player that can just sort of just play on both sides now and sort of and surprise teams and that of how effective he is on the wing or up front. I mean, it's what we need in our attack right now.
Well, people were giving Lewis. I listened to a Newcastle show earlier. Lewis Hall was man of the match.
It wasn't.
So, no, in their opinion, it says he got rinsed.
Yeah, he did.
So what game are you watching? I got to say, I thought both our wingers were great. I thought Doku was, I thought Doku. I know I've called him speedboat, no driver, but like last night he had two drivers. The guy was driving forward. Foden, I thought did okay. I think Foden's getting lost in the formation now.
Yeah.
Because since we've changed, because we've changed back to the wingers are now wide. They're now widening the pitch up. Since that's happened, Foden's got lost in this 8 role.
Yeah.
He looks very. Go back and watch Foden when the wingers are inverted. He's involved in the game. He's got players close to him. He can pass it off, lay it off, 1-2s. Since we've gone to straight out wingers, Foden's lost a little bit. Because then you just become a straight deep line in 8. So what's his role? Is he meant to be? Because he doesn't now ping balls 30 yards through anymore. He's not getting closer to. For me, the best out of Foden is putting him close to the box. I think we're wasting him, and I think this is part of the reason why he's getting lost in games now, because I think he's confused by his role. I think Rodri, by the way, excellent when he come on last night.
Brilliant, yeah.
Like, he was really, really good, and that's another 30 odd minutes under his belt, about 40 minutes. So that was great. I'm just so Old Trafford, by the way, that was outstanding. Outstanding for a lad who's probably had. He'll never admit this, but he's probably had the year. His head's spinning from this year, and to come in and still give performances like that is outstanding. When you know you can put that performance in and you're still not going to be number one, shows me he's got a lot more maturity behind him. I'm just over the moon. And by the way, I don't want to wear the famous St. James's atmosphere ever again.
Oh my God!
Don't ever want to wear that again, because that place was like a morgue last night.
All I saw on TV was the away fan yesterday. That's all I heard on TV. So yeah. No, I just think for me, right. I mean, look, obviously, like, nothing is said or done. Obviously, in a season, obviously, after, but I think a game like that, the confidence it gives the whole team as well, going into obviously a game like Saturday, obviously against United as well, it's big, because eventually after that, what was it? Is it Glimt, Wolves, and Gallagher after that? So we've got 3 games after that, which I think we should win all 3 really after that anyway. But obviously,
don't say that, Luke. Don't say that.
Yeah, we should do.
One game at a time. One game at a time.
I know. One game at a time. But it's Saturday before anything else. But I'm just because
we draw a game again, it'll be doom and gloom again, and pitchforks and fires that'll be outside.
Those 3 draws at home, but 2-1 Chelsea. Chelsea have scored.
Oh, they scored again. Oh, have they still put a strong team out?
They have, yeah, full team.
Wow.
Garnacho scored. Garnacho scored the goal.
What happened to this famous Arsenal defence?
Oh yeah, clean sheets. What are they? Yeah, Alain Husson. I mean, by the way, right, Max Alain. By the way, wow, brilliant, isn't it? Brilliant from him yesterday as well. I'm impressed by a guy that from Watford, was it about a week ago?
Yeah,
coming in against Brighton. Yeah, I mean, look, the Brighton goal for me wasn't his fault. I mean, it is what it is. That one. Exeter did very well as well. It's Exeter, yes, but it's still a game you have to play a game like that. But then to go to St James's Park with Hussanov next to him as well, who obviously who he's still getting used to as well. Both of them yesterday were exceptional. Yesterday,
yeah, I think Kushanov's been amazing. And listen, I was never worried about Kushanov. I was worried about his rashness, but I will. When I give the lad a lot of credit here, I think he's stopped that in the last few games. Yeah, and definitely. I did say this a long time ago. I said once Kushanov gets in, it'll be hard to get him out. Once he's got that run of games in, he just needed that run of games, but that comes with time. Max Alain, I think, has been superb. I do worry about the young lad, but that's for future. in the summer when we've got everyone fit. Because once everyone's fit, and if we're going by a centre back in the next couple of weeks, you're going to end up with 6 centre backs, and I think that'll be one too many. And sadly, I do think it'll be Max Lane that'll miss out.
Yeah, because I mean, I imagine that Vito Hayes is probably the plan. I'm guessing for the first.
Yeah, unless that changes. Unless that changes, because you're going to have. I mean, these are just problems for later on. But once you've got Diaz, Gavardio, say the new centre back, you're going to have Kushinov, you're going to have Victor Hayes and Max Lane. I think 6. I think even with rotation, fitting in 6 centre backs are going to be a problem. But we'll see. It's up to the lad to fight. He's got the shirt now. He's doing very well. Big test for him at the weekend.
Oh yeah,
That'll sort them from the boys.
Yeah, I think if this weekend he sort of steps up this weekend and puts up a good performance in, I think he's got every opportunity of getting more game time, even when Diaz is back. Because I just feel like we've got. I feel like for me, like, I know obviously Diaz is obviously still probably our best defender, but obviously Vardio obviously is out injured for the season. It is what it is, that one. But I think if someone like Max Lane, who's got that sort of energy and youthfulness about him, that can sort of come in and offer something different, it's going to be important, especially if Stones, especially with Stones obviously not being reliable right now. I saw apparently, like, according to FOTMob on there, it's like, was it apparently he's back end of the month, but I don't even know if that's true or not. With injury, it's just Stones is a very weird one because I'll ask you, do you know if he's almost fit or not, Stones?
I don't know. He's got this problem with his heel. I can't even pronounce the word what he's got.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think what Tom put is correct. Yeah, he's got this condition on his heel, which every time he puts pressure on his heel, it hurts him. And it takes a long time to get over it. And listen, I think John Stones has been a great servant. He'll go at the end of the season with everyone's blessing and thanks. Well, should do. Listen, the Manchester City team will look very different again next season. Very different again. There'll be 6 or 7 players gone, maybe more. The only one who's pissing me off right now is Stefan Ortega. That guy needs to make a decision on what the hell he's doing. That guy's doing the okey-dokey at the minute. I'm in, I'm out. I just go.
Leave.
Again, thank you, but just go for your own career, go. He's not going to get any game time. He's 4th choice keeper. He needs to go.
Yeah, like he's just. Yeah, all he's doing is wasting his own time, just going to training every week, and that's it. Like for him, he should be playing.
He's got ambition, Luke. That's the problem. His ambition is probably. I think he's got too much ambition for his age, and he's been very selective over where he wants to go.
Right. Well, I understand that because for me, he is a good goalkeeper, and he could definitely play for a Premier League team in their first team. For me. I'm not saying like the top team, but definitely like the mid-table team, something like that. Me, but again, the problem is most of these teams have a keeper who's younger, don't they? So it's
yeah. I mean, I know DC's asked their work. I think Trafford will go, and I think Ortega will go. We'll buy a goalie in the summer.
Yeah.
I think that's what I think. We'll end up buying a backup goalie in the summer. Whoever that is, I don't know.
I mean, with Trafford, he's too good to be playing on the bench obviously all the time. I think it's good for like experience, obviously playing in these games, obviously for us and that. But I feel like he just at his age, he has to be playing week in week out. Really.
Yes, of course he does. Listen, I don't blame him, and I know he's been linked with Genoa today. But my problem is with that, he's been linked with so many clubs. He's been very close to signing for other clubs, and then he's changed his mind. I mean, Dash will tell you that. It's the amount of times he's swapped and changed is mad.
Yeah. I think for everyone's sake and your own sake, just move on to like that. Like, honestly, thank him for everything he's done for the club. Like honestly, that big save against Son was massive, and that, and sort of being a big part of the treble team as well. Like he's had to say, in the big moments for us, but he needs to go, and leave with his held high. That he's been a brilliant player for us. Just go in and finish a career at another club now, and sort of get the minutes in, because it's just he should be sat in the reserves doing nothing. That's not right. But yeah, no, that's to me anyway. I just feel like it's just delaying the inevitable now. I mean, I'll ask you in a bit, obviously, when you're back on, Mike. But this whole, the Mark Gahey thing, right? I've been hearing so many different things on Mark Gahey recently. Like, I'm going to ask you this: do you think this is going to happen, or do you think it's going to just be him leaving to another club in the summer?
If there was a betting man, I don't think it'll happen.
No, I agree. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm at
right Liverpool have had another meeting with his reps to convince him to not go anywhere. I just think. See, I don't know, because the trouble is, I'm not. You need to be in Mark Gay's head, because the problem is, it's not a. This is not a City and Palace issue. This is a Mark Gay make your decision issue.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely is.
And if he wants Liverpool, or he wants Arsenal, or he wants whoever, then fine. But tell us. I don't think Viana. I think we'll know by the end of this week. I don't think Viana will push it any more than this week.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you can't.
I do think we'll buy a defender though. We'll 100% buy a defender. But whether it's going to be Mark Gay, plus can I be really blunt with people? And I know someone's going to come back. It's not your money. I know that's going to come back.
I love that.
Are we really just going to give him 200 grand a week out the shoe? I'm not. Yeah, come on. I'm not sure.
I like Mark Gahey, I do, but I don't think I personally like. If he's not coming, if he doesn't want to come here, then that's fine. Just move on.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
We've never been that club until the early days where we just chuck. I mean, I was astonished we gave that money to Mamouche, to be honest.
Yeah.
But to give him, I'm not sure. Gavardio and Diaz is only just on above that now. He's going to be on more wages than Buddy Gavardio.
And yeah, that's mad.
And then Gavardio goes, excuse me, what about my pay rise then? Which by the way, I think Gavardio will get. Gavardio is due a new contract soon, by the way.
100%. Yeah. And deservedly so, by the way, as well. And deservedly so. He's been brilliant for us. So he deserves one. Yeah. But no, the thing is with me, mate, I think for me, like, I know we'll get someone in. I'm not too really fussed, because I trust the club to get the right player in, to come in. I just think, like, I'm not someone that's panicking about the name, because at the end of the day, right, like, look at Semenyo. Is he, like, everyone's saying that he's not a big name, right? Semenyo's been a good Premier League player for the last couple of years, and this probably been one of his like proper breakout years this year. I just feel like, for me, people don't actually sort of like respect or appreciate players like that because of the they come from. Like, look at Ake from Bournemouth, not a big name, but he came into us. Look at him now. I just feel like people need to realize that you just, big names are all well and good, right? But it's like sometimes the best players you can get are from the maybe the lesser clubs who have these great players. Like, for example, mate, someone like Igor Thiago, who came from Brugge and obviously was out for his injury year. Then this year, look at him now. Been absolutely brilliant for them. Like, some players, to me, right, just have a lot more respect what they get from people. They really do.
Yeah, listen, I get it. Names excite people and everything else. I get that. I understand that. But we're not. My question is, where do you go? Because I've already heard I don't want a Charlie Cresswell. I don't want this guy. I don't want that guy. The problem is this bloody homegrown rule we've got.
Yeah, it's a rule, sadly.
It's like, if you saw the list, I mean, I got given a list today of names that are likely to go. There's about 9 names on it. Over about 70% of them are homegrown.
I'm going to assume that's John Stones, Rico,
Okay, Trafford,
Ake, Trafford,
Bob.
yeah, Bob.
It's not what you do.
Like, this is
But
the
we
thing,
kind
mate.
of stuck.
It's why I said before that I'm not too bothered. Like, I mean, to me, right, trust the club, whoever to get in. The home ground rule. The home ground rule. The thing is, I understand the home ground rule. I understand it because, again, like, I actually think it's a good rule in itself. But I'm not saying it's perfect rule, by the way, but I understand the rule. Like, in the day, right, especially in this country as well, obviously English players, that kind of stuff, I understand, or players who are born in this country. I mean, like, obviously, like, look at Semenyo playing, obviously, is it Bath City and Newport and that, before obviously going to Bristol City and Bournemouth. So, like, it's not like, he's obviously played this country for a long time to obviously get where he is. So it doesn't have to be English players, does it? It just needs to be like the right profile player for us. Like, again, I'm not like the club won't just get random English players. They'll get the ones that they know that fit the profile of what Pep wants. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's got to be the profile that fit Manchester City and everything moving forward. I totally agree. I mean, listen, of course I want Mark Gay. I'm not going to pretend I'm not. I think and again, it's not our money. I hear it. My concern with Gay is not. If you need 2 weeks to decide, then
yeah,
your head's not fully in it.
it should have been a case of I want City like a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Semenyo told no to everybody who walked in when City got involved.
I watched that video that he did. Right, he's a
The
lovely guy.
inside set. How good was that video?
Mate, but honestly, as a guy, man, I know about that guy because I watched him. Obviously, is it Bournemouth behind the scenes of this thing? Also, that interview he did with another
He's down your neck of the woods, isn't he? I forgot. He
Bournemouth,
plays
yeah.
for your local rivals.
That's the other one, mate. The other one. Oh, Arsenal 3-1. Arsenal 3-1. Arsenal's got third.
Arsenal, but I thought Chelsea were 2-1 up.
No, I'm sorry. I meant to say 2-1 Arsenal. But Chelsea got the goal back, but it's now 3-1.
Right.
So
right. I'm not watching the game, so.
No, to be honest, right, it's been a pretty average game. Arsenal have been the better team, but I wouldn't say they've been unbelievable. But Chelsea just haven't got.
Listen, I believe we can beat Arsenal in the final.
Yeah, we can. Like, Arsenal are not this team. They're not like any team in Europe right now can beat them. It can be, but we've got to just. I just feel like people need to start having a bit more faith in the team. I get like injuries are not ideal one, of course they're not, but I think if we beat Arsenal in the final, right, that's a massive mental blow to them. It will be a mental blow to them because it's a Carabao Cup, but for me, if they win the trophy, that's huge for them because they're silverware finally in that team.
Well, they have bigger fish to fry. Don't forget.
Oh, apparently, yeah, according to some. But I've always said before, like this kind of trophy for me is massive because it gives you that kind of hunger for success. It's what you need to win trophies and that. I just feel like it's this trophy. Yeah, so for me, right, I mean, I'm not scared of anyone in the world. Man. I think our team and our attack, and especially and the way we're playing right now. I just feel like I'm actually looking forward to seeing what happens. I don't care if have like maybe not necessarily win the league or not, but just this team is exciting to watch right now. Like Semenyo and Doku, you got Shirky with unbelievable goal, first second goal, I mean brilliant goal. Is it Nori came back in and sort of showed exactly what you can do for this team. I just really feel like we've got a great sort of squad options, obviously going forward, and I'm really excited to see how we do.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
An honest question. Mm-hmm. If we chose, and I know this is going to send Dash into absolute, I'm going to trigger Dash now, but he deserves it anyway. Would you be okay if we went with Max Lane and didn't sign it? Because Diaz is back in 3-4 weeks.
I'll be honest with you, right? Because I've I've watched him. I personally feel like it will be a waste of a signing if you get someone in just for the sake of it, because that's one more player.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Like if Max didn't do well, sure, get someone in and then loan him out again. But he's come back in, mate, and he's really proven himself. So I'm not saying he's perfect. Of course not. He's 20 years old. There'll be games where he has to learn, but he's come in three different games and he's shown like what he can do. And I feel like he deserves a chance. To me, the confidence.
Sorry, I'm laughing at. That's what I'm laughing at. The arrogant little sod, and he knows he's put that to trigger me. He's done that to trigger me. He knows
it. Big up Dash, man. But yeah,
calm down, Hamza. Calm down, Hamza.
So, yeah, but honestly, Semenyo for me just has definitely sort of given me a real like boost, because I think I always knew how good he was anyway. I mean, people think, I'm not sure how he'll do at City, but I've always felt like he'll get better at City because I have even more options around him and better players around him that actually find him in the box, like Doku obviously on yesterday. I just think what we got to do is just well, not saying you and me or maybe on the chat, but the ones that are a little bit reactionary and a bit unsure, just have a bit of faith. Yeah, like just let's see what happens. Yeah, like
it's about the league, innit? It's about the league. People think if we buy a centre back, we've got a better chance in the league. And I get it and I hear it. I just, in one breath, I hear give the youth a go.
Yep.
So you give the youth a go. But then they want to buy somebody. That's not giving the youth a go.
You can't do both. It's not how it works.
This is my point. Can we pick a lane? You want to give the youth a go or you don't? Because everyone comes at me, and you know this, Martin doesn't like youth. No, it's not about that. I've always said, if we're going to do the youth properly. Don't do, you're a sticky plaster for 5 weeks till we get someone. That's not giving him a chance. That's playing him out of necessity. Yeah. Giving him a chance is O'Reilly. Giving him a chance was Rico. Giving him a chance was Phil Foden. For me, they are the only three we've actually given. Don't think McCaster's had a proper chance. The only three in my head are Rico, O'Reilly, Foden. They're the only three who've had a proper chance.
Because Bob will have a chance last year, but the injury ruined that for him. It was a real shame.
Yeah. And to me, yeah, it's a tight one. It really is. Because you heard it on Saturday. Give Mikado all these games now. It's like, calm down.
Yeah, no. Honestly, right. Mikado for me definitely is a talent. I can see why Pep and
he was outstanding.
He'll be a good player for us if we give him a chance in the next few years. But I'm not saying no start game. I'm saying like in the cup games, like the next home game, the FA Cup, play them.
Just give me 30 seconds. I'm just going to go on mute.
That's fun. No, but I just want to sort of like players like McAdoo and that, players like Mikasa. Like I said, obviously Mikasa obviously a bit more experienced than McAdoo is, but I feel like we could just give them more. Players like McAdoo will get more opportunities in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. Obviously, Carabao Cup now not so much, but obviously next season, obviously when he's 18 and that, it'll give him a bit. But also get more chances as well. I mean, the last month I might back on a bit, but I think with Jaden Heskey, I'm not sure whether that loan moves a case of he'll be moved on in the summer, possibly. I mean, I'll ask him maybe he's back on, but I do feel like there's, I can't see every young player in that EDS team making it in the squad. I'm sure some will probably be used for a bit of money. Like, is it Farid Alfred Pratt? I think who got money for? Is it from Leverkusen in the summer? So I'm sure we'll have more players like that. We'll probably get more money from other clubs now when it does happen, and we need to win this Saturday. This gives so far. For me, it's a massive game. I think we'll win on Saturday, but I think it's just about just take the game seriously as much as you do every other game. Don't assume that you're going to win the game because how crap they are. Yeah, they're a crap team, but you still got to find a way to win the game. You know what I mean? So it is about one game at a time. Martin, I was going to ask you, right? Because is it true that Jane Heskey's going to Sheffield Wednesday on loan?
There's been talks.
Right? Okay. So, is that an indicator?
I don't know how he's going to go Sheffield Wednesday because they've not got a pot to piss in.
That's what I'm wondering. Thinking really that
So
low.
unless we're doing the whole deal,
That's what I'm thinking.
I
Like,
thought they were. Aren't they under a ban?
well,
Correct me if I'm
what,
wrong. Aren't they under an embargo to not sign anyone?
I know actually.
I might be way off base there, but I know they've gone into administrative. Well, because by the way, great football club, bags of tradition,
yeah,
and that club's just big. That is a club where PSR has not worked.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
So this is what I mean. Everyone goes on about PSR is a bad thing for all these. When are we going to start looking at these great clubs down in the lower leagues that have been ripped apart by dodgy owners who don't care?
Yeah, I know. There has to be something in place now to help these clubs out. Because it's so sad seeing clubs like Sheffield Wednesday, even Bolton at one point as well. At one point, we're in a bad situation, weren't they? Like a couple of years ago. So Wigan as well. Like it's just clubs like that shouldn't be in that situation. Look at Morecambe at one point. Yeah, and Reading as well. These are clubs that have like great, obviously their own history, obviously of playing in the EFL or maybe in the Premier League. Some of them, I just feel like it's just not right at all that they should be sort of have it risked on them because of an owner who loses interest in the club. That ain't right, not at all. But no, I mean I'm trying to find this transfer thing right now, but like, right, okay, so there's apparently they've got an embargo that runs until next January. Apparently, so I'm not sure how that.
They're not going to get him then.
Yeah, I mean, because obviously, because I know a lot of people will ask for certain young players to get opportunities now, and fair enough. But I can't see every single young player, getting them opportunities now. I think some will probably get sold, and some probably.
Yeah, they're not going to listen. The thing for our academy is they'll have a good career, puts them on the footballing ladder, and it gives them that step. Jaden Esky and all them are going to be great players, no doubt, but they weren't even involved against Exeter, so they've no chance of making it. And listen, I'm being cruel, but I'm being blunt and I'm being honest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, do you remember, was it Carlos Forbes when he was there? Everyone was saying, "I'll give him a chance, but he didn't even get in there at all, did he? Like, what was it? Like one move to Ajax, that was done. He was gone. So it's just
Oh, can I just give a couple of people in the chat? I know Magnus has DM'd me a lot. I'm having issues with my DM on X, so I will get back to people. I'm not ignoring them. I can read them. I can't respond back. I've emailed Twitter. Don't even ask. That's a whole different ball game. Getting in touch with the customer service at X. Jesus. Yeah, some days it works, others. So I will get back to people as soon as I can.
That's fair enough. No, that's good. No, I'll just I just, for me, right. I mean, I think some people get too personally attached to certain players, especially even like younger players as well. Like it's their boys and that. Like at the end of the day, right? Football isn't guaranteed. Like some players will leave, some players will stay. Like Nico O'Reilly for me last year came into a team last year that was lacking confidence, wasn't obviously where it was, and he came in there, got a position, and nailed it. And look at him this year, get even better. Like some players will do that, it will happen. But not every player will have that opportunity.
No, some won't get the opportunity. That's just football.
Yeah, but it's why for me, right? It's why like players like obviously Foden that we got to see. Obviously, Foden's my age, obviously. So for me, it's like a real like connection with Foden, obviously, because obviously I know how good I've got to see him. Obviously, as grown up, obviously in the first team, obviously being a first team player now, but. I feel like with some people don't realize that you can't just play every single youth player everybody game. Like it's not career mode. Sadly, you can't just play every game and sort of just have it your way. It's not how it works. Sadly.
No, it'd be easier. It would. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna leave you to it. I'm gonna go and get everything ready for the show tonight.
No worries, mate.
Chelsea got a second.
2-3, yeah, 2-3, mate. This is a mad game now. Actually, if they get 3-3, Arsenal's defense, by the way, best defense in Europe apparently. Right.
But they won't. But they'll say it's only the Carabao.
Mate, if they have another year of winning nothing again, mate, you are going to have the biggest. Honestly, that red pill blue pill session with a gal, mate. Oh, you're gonna honestly that guy has a humbling coming to him if they win anything this year.
We'll see. Still a long
We'll
way.
see.
5 months. We'll see. 5 months yet. We'll see
Big
what
up, mate.
happens. But
Big up,
yeah,
mate.
smash those likes. Hit that subscribe button for Luke and Bebo. Yeah, and Luke, I'll DM you as well about tomorrow, because Thursday night chat is slightly changing, so people are going to have options.
Cool. No worries, mate. All good.
I'll explain it all tonight on the show. But big up, Paul.
Big up, mate. Thanks for coming on, mate, as always, man. Thank you, man. Yeah, big up, Martin, as always. Obviously, I'm sure everyone in the chat, obviously, as well, will just, I'm sure if you're new as well, subscribe to Vacuum Wave, haven't already. But I'm sure you guys do anyway. But big up, obviously, everyone sort of tuning in and chatting away as always. If I beat Newcastle at Etihad, I hope we get Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, for me as well. I mean, the thing is, though, right? I mean, Arsenal this game, they've got 3 goals, but Chelsea have got 2 out of nothing. Like, this is what I mean. Like, Arsenal's defense and all this kind of stuff, right? Yeah, they've done all right, but Chelsea have got them, and they've had Saliba, Gabriel, and Timber, and they found a way. Oh, by the way, what time? 11, I think, mate. So 11 is when the show's on. So I'll end the stream at about, well, I'll carry on for the rest of this game, and then I'll sort of end it. But no, it's been nice sort of having a chat with you. Go Esteval, go on. Esteval. Oh, almost 3-3. Oh my god, man. If Chelsea get this draw, man, hey, it's going to be a very interesting. It's going to be very interesting to into the game. No. Alvaro Arbeloa is tricky. Real Madrid are losing to Albacete. Mad. They are beatable, Jack. Yeah, because look, this whole Arsenal team, invincible, whatever. Like it's not, it's not bloody. For me, like it's all rumors and bullshit. Like, are they a good team? Also, yeah, of course they're a good team. Yeah, of course they are. But like, nothing in football is guaranteed. Like Chelsea tonight, right? Even if it ends 3-2 Arsenal, right? Chelsea have every chance of going to the Emirates if they get Palmer back from injury and get it was a result. Like, I just think, like, look again, like with Rosinha, I think he's got a lot on his plate and a lot to sort of do. But considering who he's playing tonight as well, this is like his second game he's playing as Arsenal now. I think he's done all right. So I can't sort of sit there and say he's done poorly. Watch long, yeah. What is that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought why not? End the stream with a little bit after watching the game, but it hasn't been the greatest game. I mean, it's 3-2. It hasn't been the greatest game. It's been like a few scrappy goals there and there, but it's been a bit of an entertaining one for sure. They got a full team on exactly. Got what Garnacho twice scored against them. That's like I'm sorry, this Arsenal team right now. Yeah, they haven't got Raya in goal. I mean, seriously, it's Kepa. I mean, it's not much of a difference, is there really? But I just feel like, for me, Arsenal just aren't this invincible team everyone thinks they are. They're a good team, not knocking them at all. They have the ability and to beat anyone on their day. But I feel like this whole narrative around Arsenal is just so overdone. It's Neto, Pedro Neto, corner ball. If it ends 3-3, that would be a shocker for Arsenal. It will be a shocker. But no, honestly, no. But big up Martin, though. It's you know what I mean. Like I said before, like we're at a point in the season where obviously we're mid-January, obviously midway through, obviously the window, and it just there's so much to look forward to, so much to wonder and ponder about this team. I feel like there's a lot that meets the eye with this team. I feel like we still haven't scratched the surface of where we are right now. And I feel like there's a lot more to come for sure. So I'm very excited, to see where see where the season goes. For sure. I mean, I'll probably be there I know obviously not the final yet, but I'll probably be at the final. Obviously, I know obviously I've been to 6 FA Cup finals. We lost the last FA Cup finals. But we're actually a better team, I think, now than we were the last 2 years. I think we'll probably do a lot better this time at Wembley than we would do in previous years. But I'm not scared of any. For me, right, this Arsenal doesn't even scare me at all. I think we've got the ability. Arsenal's defense and the defensive record has dropped recently. They're not the same Arsenal elite defense that they were earlier on in the season. It's not that same team. Exactly. Is it? I mean, Kushinov and Max Elaine have conceded the same amount of goals in 3 games as Saliba and Gabriel tonight in one game. 2. 1-1 against Brighton, goal against Exeter, and then a clean sheet last night against Newcastle. If they had 2 goals in one game. Elite defense though, best defense in Europe apparently. Right. Cool. Yeah. Not elite. I've seen way better defenders than this. Like, again, I'm not saying that Gabriel and Saliba are great defenders, by the way. They're great. I'm not knocking them at all, but I just feel like this whole Arsenal narrative, right, it's been way overdone. It really has. So, for me, it's not as clear cut as people say it is. But I think whoever we get in the final, I know we drew with Chelsea, but that was more down to us being terrible at finishing. They let us down that game more than actually Chelsea sort of getting a draw out of that deservedly. I think it probably shouldn't have been the win, but if it ends 3-2 Arsenal, I think it's still. I mean, for me, it's still a chance of the game for them to get a chance at Chelsea for sure. But if they get Palm back from injury, then they've got every chance, obviously, of sort of going and getting a result. I know sometimes it sounds a bit mad, but if they can get they can get the defence sorted out at least, sort of be a bit more solid, and they've got every chance of getting a result. But as I say, in football, especially in a second leg as well, it's not a straightforward win for Arsenal either. I mean, they got 3 goals tonight, but again, it's not guaranteed for them either. But we'll see what happens anyway. We'll see what happens. But big up everyone obviously who has tuned in so far on the stream. With 2 hours done, big up Martin obviously coming on as well. What I'll do actually, I'll sort of set up a whatever the word is it redirect. I'll do a redirect to Martin's show later on. It doesn't start for an hour anyway, but at least that way you're over there ready to go, sort of to leave a like on the show as well, and also leave a comment in there as well. But we'll obviously do that in a little bit. But I'm just going to get it sort of set up now, so it's ready to go. Arsenal, Saka on the ball here. Here comes Saka. Ben White in the box. Cool by Sanchez very, very easily. Let's have a look. It's been look, I mean, both teams have been pretty hit and miss defensively, but I think it's been a quite entertaining game. Apart from that, for neutral win anyway. Can they get a third? I mean, it will be crazy. It will be a crazy one. Or is that a free kick? Nah, of course not. It's Arsenal, isn't it? Arsenal never give away free kicks, do they? Never give away free kicks. Hold on. That was the redirect. Is there a redirect? Hold on. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Where is... Cool. That's ready to go. Brilliant. Cool. Leo. Saka wouldn't last 2 minutes until it's off of Sunday League. Saka World Club. I mean, the only reason he's staying at Arsenal because no one wants to buy him. Like at one point we were after him, but for me, Saka, he's a good player, but he's not world class by any means. Like I've seen way better players than him. Like again, I'm not knocking the guy. Like I think he's got talent, but I just don't think he's a player everyone thinks he is. Even Garnacho tonight, Chelsea was it 2 goals tonight, but apart from that, like nothing Chelsea's done. I mean, obviously, fair enough. 2 goals is fair enough, but I just don't think it's as clear cut people think it is. Yeah, I know. Apparently, he has played tonight. He got pre-assist. Apart from that, nothing else. Can't lie. How to get the way footballers nowadays? They can't leave themselves in the league. No, they really can't, mate. I mean, players like Shirky and all that, I think we'll do all right. But I know it's a bit mad, skilled players doing well in terms of the league. But I think some players just would have that ability to sort of do well in any kind of environment. But Saka would not. The amount of times he limps on the pitch is crazy. Santos, that's Shaloba, I think. I don't know. Chelsea's back line is really average. I mean, that's the one thing that if they're the better back line, Chelsea, it'd be a much better team. Madrid scored 2-0. But again, it's against Albacete. I mean, it's still poor from them anyway. I mean, it's still poor for Madrid team to see 2 goals against them is poor. Yeah, it's been an alright game. It's been quite a for a first leg. I mean, Arsenal will probably sort of see it out, and I can't blame them for doing that. But for me, how can I donate? Mate, if you want to, bro, if you want to donate, you can. I mean, as a is that penalty to Arsenal? Oh, penalty to Arsenal. Oh, was it penalty or handball? Oh, offside. Okay, it's fine. No, it's offside. I mean, feel for. I mean, there is a donation like link, like is it a dollar sign thing on the comments if you want to, mate. But honestly, mate, it's fine if you don't want it. It's all good. It's there if you want to do it, but it's not. All proceeds go to charity anyway. Long run. I mean, we haven't really got enough overall to sort of do much of it anyway. But if you ever want to, it's appreciated. But if this channel goes to charity anyway, because to me, doing this as a job is not really for me personally. I like doing it as like a little thing to sort of chill people and sort of have a chat about football and that kind of stuff. Doing it as a job, I feel like would just for me would get a little bit boring after a while. I feel like for me, I wouldn't want to live on doing this as a job personally, rather than just sort of just do it as some sort of enjoy. But if you want to date, bro, feel free if you want to. We appreciate it, but also bro, you don't have to either. It's up to you, man. It's up to you. Offside, yeah, I know. I saw that. I mean, it's just I didn't think it was a bit offside, but I really can't see them getting a third now, man. I mean, Chelsea just they've had chances here and there, but they're just not been good enough, man. Overall, I mean, again, Arsenal haven't that good either, really. I mean, they've got 3 goals, but apart from that, they've been pretty average. Garnacho out wide to Esteval. He's been alright. I like Esteval. He's decent. Esteval ball in. Yeah, I think that's it. But 3-2, I think. Is it 3-2 now? Is it going to be 3-2? Probably be 3-2. Unless more at a time, probably. Is it full time? Yeah. Is it full time? Yeah. No, because no, it's okay. Yeah. It's been a very, very mad game, this, but I mean, I'll ask you guys in the chat. I mean, did you really see this? I mean, obviously, I think Arsenal will go through anyway. Do you guys really see Arsenal bottling this tie? I mean, it could happen. Of course, it could. But yeah, for full time, yeah, I'm a bit behind. Better than I thought. Yeah, well, it's what I thought. It's better. I mean, 3-2. I know they've got to go to the Emirates next anyway, but that's still an open tie. It's still open at the Emirates, so if it could happen in that game for sure. But yes, they've won the game, but I feel like there's still a long way to go still. So we'll see what happens, obviously, at the Emirates. I really thought Chelsea would have good turnover. So did I, to be fair. So did I. I'm surprised it's that close, really. I mean, 3-2 is actually quite a good result. I mean, yeah, it's the thing, they're at the home, but again, if Chelsea get a kind of a goal out of that, hit penalties, then they've got every chance of doing it. I'm not saying it's going to happen, by the way. I think personally, Arsenal go through anyway, for me. But, Chelsea did see some poor goals tonight, but Arsenal also needs 2 poor goals. It really should be a 3-0 win for them, not 3-2. So the fact that a tie is still open for them isn't actually a good thing. Or was that a little bit of a nibble here, a bit of a fight? No, it's not really. It's more of a chat, I think. But yeah. Oh well, is what it is. Hey, look, it's life. I think we're probably all on. Whoa, what's going on here? It's a little bit of argy bargy here, I think. Yeah, I think it's just testosterone. Probably all right, but yeah. Anyway, big up all you guys for tuning into this stream. Almost 2 hours. And I know about Bevo today, but trust me, he will be back soon, very, very soon. It's just what I'm going to do is going forward. It might be shows now and again that I might do on my own, or I'll get a guest on with me next time. But obviously, look, most of the time it'll be me and Bevo anyway. Most of the time, but obviously when he's obviously free and available, we'll get more. Well, obviously be me and him, but every now and again I'll try and do a show on my own if I can. Obviously, I can't do one obviously every day. If I can, 2 or 3 a week if possible, depending on when I'm available. I'll try and do 2 a week minimum if I can, but a third probably if we're more times and more news to talk about. But yeah, no. But regard to City, big win yesterday against Newcastle. Carabao Cup final on the brink of reaching, which is great. Arsenal potentially in the final, potentially. Obviously, it isn't done yet. Obviously, a lot can sort of change in one game for sure, but I'm sure we'll see what happens at the Emirates in a couple of weeks' time. But yeah, should be a good one. But a big one you guys for tuning in. Leave a like, obviously, if you're new here as well, and subscribe if you're new as well. I think we're actually one off 1.3k. I think now. I mean, we were at 1.3k yet earlier on, but it's been a bit up and down recently. So if anyone's new here that hasn't subscribed yet, please subscribe if you can, because we're actually one off 1.3. So it would be much appreciated if you could. And there's some good views as well on the shorts as well. So if you like them as well, leave a like, and I'll try and do more if I can as well. Well, in the free time, but yeah, appreciate it massively, people. This will actually redirect you over to Martin's channel, and he's got about an hour till he goes live anyway. But at least you're over there. Leave a like as well over there, and leave Nimble Raid in the comment section below. Obviously, I'm not saying I don't know people in here, but obviously, it's good to support Martin, obviously, and sort of support a good friend as well. He's a good friend of mine, Martin. He's been a big help on YouTube over the last couple of years, and also as well, we've got Tone coming on in a couple of weeks' time. For 2 weeks today, Tone will be on the channel again for the first time in a while. So it'll be good to have him back on the channel again. Obviously before we play Galatasaray, I think, at home. So yeah, actually be good. Hold on. No way. No. Real Madrid have lost to Albacete. Are you kidding me? That's mental. Nah, that is a big low. Sorry, that's crazy. Wow. Big up DC, yeah. Big everyone in the chat for supporting as always. Will do, yeah. Don't worry, I'll let Bevo know. It'll be on soon. It'll be on soon. So it's not going to be all the time. It'll just be every now and again. It'll be me or a guest every now and again. Just try and vary up a little bit. Yeah, no, I do as well. Tone's positive. Also, another good friend as well, mine as well. I've known for a few years before YouTube as well. So it'd be good to get him on the channel and have a chat with him about all things City, which would be good. But yeah, should be good. So second legs on 4th February. Nice one. Okay. A bit up, guys, for tuning in. Big up, obviously, for all your support as well. And we'll see you guys again for another stream, hopefully, either Friday or whenever we get a chance to. But I'll try and do a preview for United games if I can, Friday or Saturday, depending on once. Probably Friday if I can. But yeah, guys, just tuning in. Leave a like if you're new, subscribe if you're new as well. We'll see you guys again for the final one very soon. Take care all. Have a good evening.